So, for everybody in the chat, I said we were going to talk about it, Blake. This week, we got an update on Twitter about the Crystal Lake series. And this would be the time that I would put the picture up of all those gaggle of freaks that's going to be riding the Crystal Lake series, but I don't have it for whatever reason. So, here's the update. You ready? You want me to do official Did You Know voice?
Sure.
Brian Fuller's series, Crystal Lake, based on Friday the 13th franchise and focusing on the behemoth Jason Voorhees, is now planned for release on Friday the 25th, June 2025, and will showcase not just Jason's childhood, but many familiar iterations of Voorhees known to fans.
What does all this mean, Blake?
It means they missed the opportunity to release it on Friday the 13th, and it means it's over a year away.
It means they don't have jack squat, people. They don't have anything typed up, written down, or planned. All they have right now, with my insider knowledge, all they have right now is the idea that we're going to do Friday the 13th and make it a streaming series on Peacock. That's all they have. They have zero ideas, and they're letting you know there's going to be different iterations of Jason because they don't know what they're going to do. They don't know if it's going to be a Pamela series. They don't know if it's going to concentrate on young Jason or older Jason. The way they just described it sounds like an anthology series where it would be a different Jason story every episode. And that might be the way to go, Blake, but I don't think that's what they're planning. They will not be that creative that we'll get like, hey, episode 2 is going to focus on everything that happened between part 1 and part 2. Episode 3 is going to focus on everything that happened between part 4 and part 5. I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're still banking on the fact that people are going to be so enamored that this is going to streaming that they don't need an idea yet. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree. I don't want them to give a detailed history of Jason as a child. I don't want to sympathize with the killer. I don't want to learn about how he was bullied. I don't want to learn much. I want to know that he was a kid, he drowned, and now he's back. That's all I need to know. I don't need to know nothing else.
Nick Push says Elias Voorhees will be beating Pamela. That's what it means. I mean, seriously, I'm not picking on Nick or anything, but why do we care about Elias Voorhees? Why do we need to see Jason's daddy?
He's never been introduced.
And he never needs to be.
I agree, but that's the way people are. We want to see what we haven't seen yet.
And you're right, Blake. Let me get my phone for a second. When's the first Friday the 13th in 2025? Let's go. Rolling, Fred Durst style. Let's see. Is there a Friday the 13th? Dude, June has a Friday the 13th. June. They want to start it on June 25th, Blake, and there's a Friday the 13th in June. Tell me that they're putting any kind of thought into this. Was I right? Let me bring that back up because I don't want to seem like an idiot.
Did you say it was Friday, June 25th? So
release on Friday, June 25th.
12 days before that wouldn't be a Friday.
Dude, right here. This is the wrong date.
You're not looking at this year, are you?
No, I'm looking at 2025.
Huh?
Am I? Is there?
And so the 25th is on a Wednesday. These people are idiots.
This is from the Jason Voorhees account on Twitter. Now, obviously, everybody copies and pastes on Twitter. Maybe this guy is just making this up, Blake. Maybe this wasn't like real news. Because if this is real and they chose to put it on June 25th, a Wednesday, rather than a Friday the 13th is 2 weeks early, they have no clue what they're doing. This is going to be awful if that's the plan. How do you not check and see if there's a Friday the 13th in June?
It didn't cross my mind.
Well, there you go with the Crystal Lake. Here's what I want out of a Crystal Lake series, Blake. It canceled.